One of the final questions that for a lot of the men, and I know you encounter a lot of men with divergent opinions, regarding this topic. So when you hear the men say, the reason why they don't want women with high body counts is because they feel like, well, you can't turn a hoe into a housewife. The funny thing is, I have a cousin who, well, he's retired, but he was in the adult, film industry. He's a former porn star, and he's talked about. He's like, no. He said, no, men should definitely want to turn a hoe, should make a hoe into a housewife. He's always asserted because a hoe comes with experience. Hoes know how to attend to the needs of a man. Hoes are excellent in terms of customer service. And so,
your grandmama was a hoe. Your grandmama was a hoe, and it's not a bad thing. But your grandmama was a hoe. That everyone has that. Both my grandmothers, they got with their men, military men. Their military men got them pregnant. They each have 4+ kids. They stayed at home. They in the house. I'm like, but my grandmama was a hoe for my granddaddy. Like, I know this, and everything you just described is exactly what makes them great partners. Like. And mind you, there's going to be people who looking at this who are young. You're in your 20s, that kind of thing. But when you get older, you realize there's a give and take to every relationship, right? I'm giving you this, and I'm getting that. So yeah, I'm home, I'm watching your kids, but I've got my house paid for, I've got my car paid for, all this shit. I got money to go shopping and feed these babies. That, if you break it down, that's really the same relationship as a pimp and a hoe, you know what I mean? Of course, take out the, the frills, but it boils down to the same thing. So I always be like, your grandmama was a hoe, like, and she made it.
she made it.
She made it.
Cross finish line.
No, yeah, and I'm with your cousin on that. Like, especially, like, I keep going back to age because it doesn't matter. But once you've seen things and you've been through things and you've had your failed relationships and your careers and stuff, and you see this chick, hoes don't stay hoes forever, ever. In the fact that they're constantly giving their vagina out. It doesn't stay that way forever. But that mindset of a hoe, like, take a hoe's mindset. She's a hustler. She's gonna get what she need to get. She's going to get shit taken care of by any means necessary. Like, these are things that people overlook in hoes, all right? And then, but now I will say this: there's a difference between a hoe and a slut, though.
Break it down.
So a hoe is gonna get what she needs for what she got. A slut just gonna. The sluts is where I draw the line. We don't do no slutty shit. You got to get something in return. Something. Peace of mind.
She's just out there.
Yeah, and she's not doing it for herself. She's doing it for them. And that's where the issue lies. A hoe is doing it for herself. She's going to get what she wants. She wants that nut. She wants that money. She wants whatever the fuck it is. She's going to get that. And that's why I can rock with the hoes. The sluts, y'all got to figure life out.
You sluts, y'all can't be with us.
No, you
can't sit with us.
Because the sluts they still got shit to work on. You know what I'm saying? As long as you do it for yourself, you're a winner. Don't do it for these dudes. Do not do it for these dudes.
Don't be a public dump.
There you go.
And so, and this, I promise, this is my last question. I just thought of it. And so, for the men and women out there who, body count is a big issue for them, because again, anybody on social media or listen to podcasts, body count is everywhere. It's a trending topic, and you hear people say, well, of course, as a guy, I know what it's like to be in spaces where men like, I don't want to date a woman and I take her someplace and 1 out of every 3 guys have been with her. Like, I don't want to be with this woman and this guy, that guy can come up to me and say, oh yeah, that pussy was good. Oh yeah, she can suck a mean dick. Oh, you gave such, oh, we used to call it jawbone back in the day. And I've definitely heard men talk about, like, they don't expect their wife, a lot of men don't expect their woman or any woman they want to make a wife. They don't always necessarily need her to be a virgin. They just don't want, a lot of men don't want to date the town slut. Or, like you said, they don't want to date the woman that everywhere they go, every man can tell them every detail about their wife's body. It's like, okay, well, damn, everywhere I go, I'm like, you have the same experience as me. So what do you say to the, and women are like this, too. A lot of women have echoed, similar sentiment, like, they don't want to marry a man that has banged their sisters, their sorority sisters, or their co-workers, or the women they go to the gym with. Like, what do you say to people who have that concern?
I mean, I get it. I do get it, and that lies within yourself. Your ego, your pride, your masculinity, your feminine, whatever it is, that's on you. I get it. If you don't want people knowing what the inside of your wife's vagina looks like, I understand. Move somewhere else. Go find a wife in another city. I don't know, but I get it. If it's not for you, it's not for you. I just don't think you should, don't judge someone based on their body count. Is my what I would really like to get out there. Just don't judge them. It could be for so many reasons, and it doesn't necessarily mean that they have any kind of diseases or anything. You know what I mean? It's just. I just think for me, it's just such a non-factor. There's so much more to worry about. I do, and I will say this. I do have a line. Of course, when you said 200, I'm like, oh yeah, that's a lot of dicks. but yeah, that's a lot. But there's people who you can match. There's people in your arena. You know what I mean? So like, there's someone for everybody. I think you need to. Let's just not judge these hoes. We're not going to judge these hoes.
We dropping quotes today.
But also just appreciate the body count. You know what I'm saying? If she's got a high body count and she clean, that's a businesswoman right there. She is managing the product. You know what I mean? Like, come on. Like, there's
exclusive.
Yeah, she's got experience. I'm sure she's learned some things. She could probably put you on. And then if she's really a networker, her body count, she better use that to her advantage. You know what I mean? Like,
well, I mean, they were talking about like, what was it, either over the summer or the last couple of months, Brittany Renner, because Brittany Renner came out and she admitted she's been with 35 men, and they were questioning like, really 35? I think she confessed, oh yeah, it was either 2 or 3 in one day, or something like that. And then I don't know if that got the conversation started. Maybe it was Brittany Renner, maybe, I don't know if it was directly her, but around that time is when a lot of the conversation started focusing on body count. When it was like, okay, for her age, I don't know how old Brittany Renner, I think she's early 30s or something like that. Yeah. And there's like, okay, 35 men. And a lot of people were like, okay, is that a lot or, adequate amount? I'm like, well, that's another reason. I think for me, I can say this, I've never met her, but for me, that's another reason why I probably wouldn't ask women, because I'm one of those people, don't ask questions you don't want to know the answers to.
That too.
You don't ask questions that, if a woman tells me, I've been with 10 men, that still may be too much. I don't want to know.
No, but that's understanding. And I think Brittany Renner is a great example. She's someone who I look at as a fragile person. So when I see a hoe, part of it is the confidence. And I'm talking in general, but to me there are clear definitions between these genres of, sexual people, like hoes, sluts, that kind of thing. So Brittany Renner, she comes across as slightly damaged. So I wonder where she falls. Is she a hoe or a slut? You know what I mean? Is she doing this for herself? Is she doing it for them? Is she doing it to make money? Because she's got her following, she's doing her thing. Is it her occupation? The fact that she came out and talked about it, I would like to think that she is confident about it. That is something that she's okay with, which I think she should be. And if she's 40 years old, is 35, I don't know how old she is either, but is 35 a lot? If she's 20, 35 might be a lot. But then if you're not fucking her, your opinion doesn't matter, right?
Right. That's how I look at it. Like, I ain't voting, so I don't care.
Right? She's one of those ones where I think her reputation precedes her. I think her reputation is embellished, but it's also part of her occupation, and that's that gift and curse thing, that you got going on when you choose to live that life. And it's just kind of what it is.